What you're witnessing right now is live footage of the struggle. The struggle to always do right, the struggle to always eat healthy. Let's talk about Jenny Craig week 8. You guys, this week I was bad. I found myself stressing a lot more than usual, and you know what? I don't see anything wrong with a planned treat, like a birthday or a special holiday where you want to have one item off plan. I personally feel like that's okay, but you have to do what's best for you and know your limits. And this week, there were no birthdays. There was nothing that was being celebrated in our household. But you know what? I didn't have a treat. I cheated, and I cheated hard. You guys, everything from eating bad things, such as corn dogs, I had tater tots, French toast, I had frozen yogurt, and it just kind of snowballed. It's like I couldn't stop no matter how much I wanted to. I just felt like I was so stressed out that I needed a hug and I needed like some reassurance and some validation. And I found myself trying to get that from food. You guys, if you see me look down, I'm looking at my notes just so I stay on topic and don't ramble too much. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that we can share our details together. I'm doing absolutely everything it takes to lose weight and feel great. But anyway, you guys, I just was so fed up and frustrated and disappointed in myself that I didn't want to beat myself up and I didn't want to keep stuffing my face with tacos. I had those too. I ended up calling my psychologist and having a conversation with him about it. Now, just a quick disclaimer. I am not a psychologist. I am not a doctor. I am just your average big girl looking to lose weight so that I can be healthy, so that I can live my best life. You guys, so I went and I saw my psychologist and I asked him, and I kind of told him what was going on. I am always looking for comfort in food. And I feel like when it comes to weight loss, it's so much more than just a physical journey. Your mindset has to be right. It's definitely a big mental thing too. You guys, I asked him, like, hey, why do I just feel so programmed to cheat when I'm stressed or when I'm sad? Why is food such a big part of my life? And why have I given food control over me? Why do I feel the need to binge when I'm stressed and then feel really bad and bummed out about it later? I don't like this. So we were challenged. I was challenged to do an exercise. He told me to just kind of take note. What do you feel before you go out to a restaurant and before you get that junk food that you're looking for? If you know that you already have a goal in mind to lose weight and be healthy for all of your reasons why you want to stay on, because you want to be in better shape, you want to be able to keep up with the kids that you work with, you want to be able to look and feel your best. If those reasons are your why you want to stay on plan, and you're holding on to those, and that's not enough, and just because you get stressed, like, why do you choose to do these things? So I took him on a challenge. Of course, the next day I still was kind of stuck in my pattern, and I went and had some junk. I'm not gonna lie, I went and had more junk food, but I was more self-aware. I noticed, what was I feeling before I went and got tater tots at the drive-thru? I was stressed. Work this week has just been a bit crazy. It's time for progress reports for the kids that I work with, and that's something that always stresses me out. In addition to a couple other things going on, but just to give you the gist of it, I've been stressing. So before I went to the drive-thru, I was stressed. And I got the food. As soon as I put it in my mouth, it felt like so many different emotions. I didn't realize I had so much emotional attachment to food, you guys. I thought it was just, I'm stressed out, I'm gonna go eat. But doing the exercise he said, as soon as I put it in my mouth, I felt like comfort. I felt like food was the biggest hug that I could have ever hoped for. It was reassurance that everything was going to be okay, and it was something that just made me feel peace. And the moment those tater tots or that corn dog or that taco or that ice cream was gone, guilt set in. And guilt set in really, really hard. You guys, let me know down in the comments below, when you fall off plan or fall short, what do you feel like? I want you to try this same exercise. If you go off plan, because we're human and sometimes it happens, what do you feel when you're going to get that food? What do you feel when you eat it? And what do you feel right after? Hold on to that. Okay, so after that exercise, I then asked myself, what can I replace it with? It's something else I talked about with my psychologist. And he said, what would you like to replace it with? That feeling. You want comfort. You want a feeling of validation. You want to feel loved and supported. And getting all that from tater tots has led me to this and this and a belly that I can't show you guys right now. You guys, I can't keep having an emotional attachment to food, and I didn't realize it was there. Like, I know everyone has their different reasons, and just in our culture, food is a big part of life. We eat when it's a birthday. We celebrate after church on Sundays with a meal. We celebrate just about everything with going and sitting down and eating. Happy birthday, here's a cake. Happy Valentine's Day, here's chocolate. Happy Sunday, let's eat, whatever. Taco Tuesday, you know what I mean? There's always something, and it's attached to food. You guys, I am working on breaking this. That's why in the month of July, I am going to do a reset. Now, I've always been one to love a challenge. I love pushing myself and challenging myself to see how strong I am, mentally and physically. And if you're in the same boat as me, you feel like you keep going and looking for validation and hugs and support and comfort in foods that's not going to get us any closer to our goal, maybe you should try it too. So, what can I replace it with? When I'm seeking those feelings, when I'm feeling stressed, there needs to be something that I can do right away that's going to alleviate that. Now, I have to be realistic. If I'm at work on the computer dealing with a stressful situation, I'm not going to be able to get up right then and there and go jog around the neighborhood. Probably wouldn't do that anyway. I'm not going to be able to get up right then and go and get my food of choice, which is something that we're replacing. I end up usually caving at the end of the day, and it's not good to lay down on all that junk anyway. But I am challenging myself this month to replace that feeling of stress with something healthy. In the month of July, I'm gonna call it Just Do It July. You guys, I would love if you would join me. What could I do? So I brainstormed, I wrecked my brain. I wrote on so many different sticky notes, what could I do to make myself feel better when I felt like I needed more comfort, a hug. So I decided to do something that was going to be healthy for me, something that wasn't going to hurt my body physically in terms of junk food, something that wasn't going to hurt me mentally, like sulking in the bed and crying when I do make a bad choice. I was going to get up and I was going to do something healthy, and I was going to try to implement it every single day. So you guys, for the month of July, we'll start it one day at a time, 1 week at a time. I am going to challenge myself to just do it. When I'm feeling stressed, just do it. Go get up, go do something that makes you feel good. Now, don't go do something unhealthy or bad or that you'll regret later just because it makes you feel good. No, do something that brings you joy. Do something that you're good at, because if you do something you're good at, it's automatically going to be a confidence boost. Like that instant gratification that I think I'm looking for in food. That instant, you know what, everything will be okay. So, things that I'm good at. I wrote a little list. You guys, if there are things that you are good at, share them with me. I want to know. So, things that I can do at the end of a stressful day. Surprisingly, I like to clean. And how good would that be? Just taking out my frustration and going and mopping the kitchen. Something about steam mopping. You guys, I think I'm getting old, because whoever would have thought steam mopping your house could be like stress relieving. But steam mopping. Something else that I'm good at. I'm really good at helping people. You guys, just like all of us, I have a decent amount of clutter. I work with special needs kids for a living, so my room is filled with child's toys, sensory toys, fidgets. I have a lot of clothes that I don't wear that all need to be donated. I can take some time and help someone else. Gathering things around my house that I don't need and going to drop them off. That will give me that same release, that same feel-good feeling that I'm looking for and attaching to food that's not good for me. So sorry if you can hear my dad coughing in the background. You guys, I would love to say that I'm gonna work out every day and I'm gonna stick perfectly to plan all the time, but I refuse to be one of those YouTube people who only sit and give you the pretty side of weight loss, who only sit and tell you when I lost weight during the week, or everything that went well, or everything that's good and glamorous, and always posting pictures of just the good. I don't feel like that's relatable, and I don't feel like it's necessary. I want you to see the highs and lows of weight loss, because if it was easy and just that glamorous, you wouldn't be sitting here watching this video right now. You wouldn't be watching a journey. You are watching a video right now because you want to see if you can find some similarities. You want to see how a person is doing. You want to see if they're having the same struggle that you're having. And girl or boy, whoever you are, yes, the struggle for weight loss is real. But you know what? Let's be real together. Let's conquer this thing together. And let's just do it in the month of July. You guys, I would love for you to join my Just Do It challenge. But the moment you've all been waiting for, and I don't want to disappoint you, but I gotta tell you the truth. Here goes. I did not get on the scale at Jenny Craig this week. I knew if I got on the scale after almost 4 days of eating unhealthy, I was going to be, it would have been overwhelming and too much for me to handle, and I know that I would have wanted to quit. So there was no weigh-in for week 8 on the Jenny Craig program, but I'm determined to reset my body, to do some of these healthy habits, and to get on track for next week. You guys, if you have any questions, any comments, or if you're new here, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you'll know every time I post. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video, and remember, in July, we're just going to do it. Now, for those of you who stuck with me this far through the video, I want to tell you this. Most of you may see my videos because I tend to link them in a Jenny Craig Facebook group. I am not going to be on Facebook or some of my other social media for the month of July, just because I want to make sure I'm staying away from anything that's just extra right now. I'm going to be focusing on my YouTube channel, focusing on my health, and focusing on being the best me. So if you do see these videos on Facebook, I won't be on Facebook the month of July, but I will still be posting on YouTube. So again, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification so you'll know when I post. Videos should be out every Wednesday. Today's Thursday. Whoops. But you guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for listening to me talk. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much, but I would love to see you guys in the next one. Bye.